Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of Women Issues. I'm your host, Josephine, as you know me, and today I've got two beautiful, lovely guests with me. And to my right hand side, I'm going to introduce my guest. His name is Adewunmi Babatunde. He is the CEO of D3 Fashion Limited and also final year mental health nursing student at Canterbury Church University. I'm right. He's also a peer mentor and also a student ambassador. Thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. And to my left hand side, I've got the one and only Folake Jubril, aka Flaky. Folake Jubril is a teaching and learning advocate, like a learning mentor as a daytime profession. She's also an MC entertainer. As a gifted hobby, she hosts wedding, alaga at wedding, fashion shows, and talk shows. Thank you for joining us today.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And once again, I want to say thank you to my viewers out there for joining us today. And today, I've got two beautiful, lovely, interesting topics for you. And my first topic today is there is a video that's been going viral for the last couple of weeks. A friend actually sent the video to me. And then I said to myself, I'm not going to say anything. And it's about the true love. You know, some people don't believe that true love actually exists. But to me, I don't know what to say. Which is why I've brought two guests, a man and a female. So we can hear both sides of the story. It's actually about a lady, I think she's Zimbabwe or South Africa, I'm not really too sure, that get married to this disabled man. So what everyone was saying outside there is that I don't think the love is real. And I asked, why do you doubt that the love is real? They said, look at the man and look at the woman. And they said to me, I see nothing wrong with it. I believe love is love. Everybody do have a right to be loved. But the way they said this man is a disabled man, but he is the one that is in a wheelchair. So everyone is saying the love is not real. So I'm going to come to you, Jerry, first, and to ask you. Okay. I sent the video to you.
Yep, I've seen it.
Do you really think, in case you're wondering what video am I talking about, if you're on Facebook, please go on to my page, Josephine, the video is there. So, do you believe that is actually true love?
To be honest, I believe it's true love.
Okay.
Because it takes two to tango, as we all believe. The man really needs a love, needs someone to love. And the lady needs someone to love her as well, so they met each other. Whatever, there might be other things behind it, but that doesn't really matter. What really matters is that they love one another and they plan to share the rest of their life together.
So, do you agree that the love the lady has for this man is real?
I cannot say for sure, but definitely the way I say it, the lady loves the man.
Okay.
The lady loves the man, because sometimes it's hard to say if someone really loves someone. But from our own point of view, she loves him and he loves her back, so.
Okay. What's your own view?
Well, I'm going to agree and disagree with Jerry at a point because I saw that video, right?
Yeah.
I'm probably going to break mine in two places. I'm going to look at the guy and then I'll look at the woman. The guy is disabled, but we didn't discuss, his level of disability. He was more like, sorry to say, he was not, definitely he was in a wheelchair, but that guy couldn't do anything. He was disabled, arm, legs, and physically, even we can tell that even as a man, he couldn't do anything by himself. He was more or less like, apart from the fact that his intellect is well intact, yes, but a lot of things that he couldn't do, he couldn't move his arms, legs. He was just, more like in a vegetable stage. For him, I watched the video properly. I looked at the fact that this guy spoke about his life, when he was born, all the things that he's been through, right from when he was a child. He couldn't do anything. He was that state. So looking at it, if we go back to just, let's think of what that guy could have gone through all his life. Didn't have anyone to love him apart from his parents. Probably didn't have friends. I'm sure that woman probably is the first woman, if there's any female contact he's ever had, that probably was the first woman. And then I thought that even if that guy was able, you understand, if he was physically okay, probably wouldn't get somebody that beautiful, And there are a lot of issues there. She's black, he's white, like he truly said. So for that, there's only someone for everyone.
Yeah.
Let's not remove that. And everybody deserves to be loved.
Yeah.
That for sure. Whether you're handsome, you're ugly, there is someone for everyone, and everyone deserves to be loved. But we have to look at the intentions of the two people. That guy, where he's coming from, of course, he wants a woman. He's been deprived of that all his life. So any woman will do. He would love any woman if they come to him. Any woman will do. And from what he said, the way they met as whatever, that guy is well educated. He's done well for himself.
He said they met at an event.
Exactly. He's done very well for himself. He said they met at an event, and the story that he gave. I'm telling you, there are so many men out there who are well and able. Then I don't think they can achieve what that guy has achieved. That's a part for him. So he's done pretty well for himself. So that's the only area where he's lacking. Of course, he does. He deserves to be loved. Let's not remove that, and let's not remove the fact that true love does exist. So we're not going to come here and bastardize love. It does exist. There are people, even whether you're disabled or able, everyone deserves to be loved. But the thing is that you said it takes two to tango, right? But the thing is that you know your intention, but you don't know the intention. You don't know the heart of the other person. You know, are they really in love with you? Are they willing to give you what you've given them? Her story is different. She didn't come from the background that he came from. Definitely, that's not the first. I'm sure that's not even the 10th man in her life. You understand? She looks like a sociable person. She looks like she's had a good one. But he hasn't. So at the end of the day, if, let's say, it's not true love, you understand, what will be his future? Because from what that guy was saying, his life, everything that he owns, is in that relationship. Yes. You understand? You could tell that woman meant the whole world to him. You know? But then, like you truly said, true love does exist. It's possible they love each other. It's possible it's love. But from what he said, from the responses that people have been coming out with, oh yeah, it's probably for money and blah, blah, blah. And because they're both from different races, the fact that one is white, the other one is black, and one seems to be probably financially buoyant, which is the guy, and you know, the world of today, you understand, with the media, the internet, social media and more, and the fact that there's so many deceit out there, it's so difficult to tell when people
when it's real or not.
But what she does, she's more like his carer, not his wife, you understand? And so let's address the fact that, you know, just one minute, address the fact that all said and done, you understand? When it comes to marriage, there are other things involved. Sex is involved. Exactly. Children may be involved. Understand? She looks like a young woman, except she's had kids before, but like the video they didn't say. You understand? So how is she going? We're all human beings. How are they going to sort that part?
Thank you very much. Before you had to that, I'm just going to ask a question. She mentioned what I was about to ask you, and that is, we all know that sex is very important in the marriage. But when you look at the video very well, this is a guy that we don't think he will be able to perform that part in the marriage. So, and look at the lady very well. She's still young. And there is no way you will get into a marriage and say, you know what, I don't want sex in this marriage. I don't believe anyone would agree to that. So most people were saying online that this girl, that there will be all the men that will be sleeping with her outside. That there is no way she will be in that relationship without sex. That even if she agrees, well, there is a time that the body will call for it. And we both know this guy cannot perform. When you look at the video very well, she fits this man.
But to be honest,
before you say something, we all know that relationship is give and take.
Yes, fine.
So what do you
Alright, from what you started from, like sex in the relationship, we all know that sex is important in the relationship. But it depends on individual as well. When we look at the case of this man we're talking about and the wife, right? There was no evidence, because they never mentioned about sex in the video, that maybe they're doing this or not. So we don't know about that, so I won't want to go too much into that. But I will still want to talk about it, right? Fine, sex is important in the relationship, but there's still some other things that are more important, which is trust. Trust is very important in a relationship. And again, these two people that we're talking about, they met each other. As the man said, it was the one that went to the lady, right? He was bold enough. That was what the video said anyway. He went to the lady to ask her how. From there, it's all history, right? Like I said. So, sex or no sex, I actually don't know what's going on in the room, like if they're having sex or not. But physically, the way the man portrays and the way the video, what he said in the video anyway. So possibly, because the lady said she's the one helping him physically and everything like that. So possibly, it's just a possibility, but it's not. There's no evidence based that like there's something. There's a possibility that there's nothing going on in the room, but still doesn't deprive them of being happy. Trust me with that, because there are lots of things people can do together. There are lots of things people can do together. But though sex is important, but to this man, I tell you, his own priority is happiness,
It's
not
just
sex.
happiness, not sex.
His priority is happiness. Look at him. He's done well for himself.
Yeah.
At least he's bold enough to go on live TV to talk about his life and his partner's life, right? So he's bold enough to do all those things. What matters to him, his own priority, is to have someone behind him, someone he can love. Even let's say, even if the love is not real, we don't know if it's real or not. But someone showing love to you, the guy someone showing love to you, taking care of you, because he said the lady does everything, basically everything for him. So definitely he will be so much happy, and he's getting his own satisfaction from that. So that's his love. He's happy. It's not that the lady is doing something horrible to him. So he's happy. He's getting all the love he wants from the lady. Now let's talk about the lady on the other side. People are saying lots of things about her. People are saying lots of things that because of culture, she's a black lady, married a white, disabled man. I tell you, there's no disability in love, to be honest. Let's talk about disability. The man is disabled, but he still got his own conscience. He can think properly. There's nothing wrong with his brain intact. So his brain is intact. So the lady went into the relationship. She knows what she went into the relationship for. She might have been deprived of true love before. Like maybe she's been going out with different people that never show her real love, and now she met someone that she believed that can actually satisfy her with the real love. We don't know about her background. Maybe she's got kids before or not. So that one we cannot say much about it. But saying that the lady might be going into, even say I'm gonna just go into two parts with it. The lady might go into the relationship because of what people are saying, and she might not. But even let's say she even went into the relationship because of that, right? She would know what she wants, right? So she go for it, and she still love the man.
Okay, let me now put this to you.
Sorry, let me just finish it. And the man is actually happy again that he's getting what he wants. So
okay, let me twist the story a bit. We are Africans, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that if this man in question, he's a black man, disabled, with no money, we know that this guy is financially okay. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
We have disabled African men, even in UK. We have disabled African men back home. Do you think if, I didn't mean this lady was back home and the disabled guy walk up to her and say, yeah, I like you, I want us to be husband and wife, do you think this lady will agree? Do you think this lady will say yes to this man? I want you to think very well before you answer me. You know, I said something earlier on, the relationship is give and take.
Yeah, definitely.
My own point, believe me, before this lady could have said yes to this man, this lady has sat down, think it through, what she can gain. Hold on, I have a fiancé. Before I agreed that yes, I want us to be together, believe me, I had to look at the pros and cons, put the up and down together, look at the time that we started our relationship, like what have I gained in this relationship? What is still there for me to gain? And when I realized that there is still more for me to gain in this relationship, I said yes. I've had other relationships that when I realized there was nothing for me, I said no. Oh, are you getting me?
I do. I'll quickly
Okay.
add to what Jerry said here. I actually like the way, the way you put it now. I'm just going to like pick up one or 2 points there. Like the African from, first of all, let's just a clarity for people watching at home. Whether disabled or not, we're all human beings. So we don't want people to put a misconception on. We're just talking in general because we're just being real, because we live in the real world and we know what's happening. We know we know what is happening. So disabled or not, we're all human beings. Everybody deserves the right to love. Everybody deserves the right to be treated good. So we don't want people to get it twisted. please. You understand? We celebrate disability. We accept people
Yeah.
for their differences. This is just like, you know, a discussion of the things that's happening in the world of today. You did mention something about, oh, the guy just approached the girl. You understand? Let's be honest. You understand? Like, you know, they're disabled. They're disabled. Like for anyone that watches that video, let them go and watch it. That guy, like I said earlier on, he's kind. He's unusual. You understand? You know. And then he just walks out. He uses even his wheelchair, his electric, whatever. He can't do anything. Like it's like, you know, that the scientist guy, the one that died recently. Yeah. I think they have similar kind of. That's how he's. And then he just pulls the thing on and just said, "Hello, babe." From an African woman, let's be realistic. She was just like,
What I'm saying,
you know, you understand?
Hold on.
You know?
I'm not trying to differentiate.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to differentiate anyone.
Yeah.
But to be honest, say whether this girl is in need for something on hot or not, I applaud her.
Yeah.
To be honest, I applaud her. I applaud the courage. God bless you.
Yeah.
In case you happen to come across this video.
Yeah.
We are not against anybody.
Yeah.
We are not criticizing anyone, whether they're disabled or not. But believe me, this guy also needs to feel love. And people that are bashing this girl, please, people that are bashing this girl, I want them to take it easy with her. You know, this is something that I cannot do. But for her to say, yes, I will do this, then please, let's applaud her. Whether she's getting something out of it or not.
Jerry, let me support what she said there. You know, you said something earlier on that I'm going to hold. Sometimes beauty is not really about how people look.
Yeah.
Understand? From my own opinion, right? We've been like you've seen all sorts. Understand?
Yeah.
I for one, understand, got handsome, good-looking men that they look like. I'm telling you. But they're useless up there. Honestly, they
not all of them.
No. To be honest, yes, that I'll correct that.
Yeah,
I'm
not
just
all
saying.
of them. Yeah.
I'm just using this guy
Yeah.
for any woman who wants to go out there and say, oh, because a guy is disabled or he doesn't have that. Just like mostly we African women, you understand? We are like that. You understand? Let's not get it twisted. Because a man is handsome doesn't mean that
he will treat you right.
He will treat you right.
Sure.
And for a woman, like Yoruba used to say, if you've not been with two men, you won't know the one that is good.
It's good.
Like you said about that guy, you said all he needs is love.
It's just
It
love.
might not be even sex. This is a guy that's been deprived of this thing for the rest of for almost all his life. And here is a woman who is able and beautiful again. So like I said, even if he was okay physically, he may not even be able to get such a beautiful woman. That woman, and this is that woman who is more than willing to stay with him, to care for him. You understand? That's the highest achievement. So because a man is a hunk and all, doesn't mean. So for us women, sometimes all we need is that guy that will respect us, that will treat us like a queen, that will make us feel that that give us assurance, that makes us feel that we're loved. And if that's what that woman is looking for, she could have dated the most handsome man in the world. She could have, you understand? She could have even dated somebody that is rich, you understand? But never been treated with respect, you understand? Probably dragged and just shoved off, you understand? And maybe all her efforts were just thrown down the drain. And here is a guy who knows that he too deserves to be loved. Everyone deserves to be loved. Everyone, you know. So for me, you understand? Just like you said, I'm going to like support you on that to say, let's put all the negativity aside. Let's put all the stories of course, that people would say, even if it's true, let's look at the fact that that man, you understand, got love, you understand, and the woman, you understand, who knows, she's not a child, she probably had all the sex in the world, you understand, you know. Well, on that aspect, we'll leave that for another day. That's between them to decide what they want to do. It could be two people who's come a long way in life, who's had so many bad relationships, probably looking for love, for somebody to truly appreciate and love them. I'm looking at that video, to be honest. I envy that woman.
You know, thank you very much.
Sorry, if you want me to quickly answer, because the question you asked was, are they being that these two people are black, right? So is the woman going to go for that man? I would say yes, because in every relationship, what people are looking for, to be honest, we have to be honest with ourselves. This, you're looking for security. Before you go out with a man, if you are going into a sensitive relationship, you don't just go with anyone just for the sake of handsome or ugly or whatever. You go for security. Is it secured enough? Is it okay? Is it going to be able to take care of me? Is it a kind of person with a vision someone that knows what he wants in the next 5 years, someone that can tell you that, okay, this is what I want to be. This is what I have for myself, and this is what I'm doing now. Nobody say going into a relationship with just sake of I just want to be with someone. Some people do it, but that's their own choice. But in this aspect, I've seen a video as well of a lady marrying. I think they were like two what do you call it? Black men. They were dwarf. And I don't know if you've seen the video on Netflix. Well. And they got married same day to this beautiful lady. Though I don't know how rich these guys were, but all the same, there's still differences in there. But those ladies minded not the differences. They go for what they want, which is love.
I remember that she kept saying that this guy adores her. In fact, he was a dwarf, in the stand, and you could see that video. You could see the way they loved each other. She was very happy. She was taking him along. They were walking together, and people were looking at them. And the two of them had similar things to say about each other. Honestly,
because the lady know what she wanted, the man know what she wanted. Then
when I posted the video, someone actually came on my page and wrote something that, no, she's a very stupid lady. I said, why?
No, that's what
it was actually another lady that was bashing her that said she's a stupid lady. And I asked her, why would you say such a thing to your fellow woman? She said, we all know that she's in for the paper. And there is something I don't do as a public figure. I don't like attacking people on my page. I went straight into her inbox and I just told a few points. I said, okay, come on, yes, let's agree. She went into that relationship for her to get her rights to stay. But if you look at the video very well, they did not mention anything about right to stay or not. Okay, come on, let's agree that she went into the relationship for the right to stay. I said, number one, relationship is give and take. Number one, this lady is not destroying any home. Am I right? I said she's not destroying any home. And number two, she's not a gold digger. I said that. She said, why would you say she's not a gold digger? She's a gold digger. I said, whatever. If she's in that relationship for stay, believe me, she's not getting it free.
She had a job. They met because
she's actually working. Apart from that, even looking after this man is a job. So I said I applaud and I commend her for that. If she went into this relationship just to get a right to stay, so be it. She's not doing it for free. She's not duping anyone. She's not destroying anybody's home. So don't ever call her a gold digger. We have a lot of women that gold digger, so as men as well.
In that aspect, right? Everyone has got a right to their own opinion.
That's just it.
So that's our own opinion. I won't say much about what she said. It's our own opinion, but we don't have to take that. People can advise you, people can say stuff about you. Because even if the man is not disabled or anything like that, if he's an handsome man or whatever like that, people will still say
something. People always talk.
So people's opinion doesn't really matter in a relationship. It's only if you let it get to you, right? So in that aspect, people say whatever they want to say. The love keeps growing. That's the point.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the viewers that are watching. In case you're just joining us, we're talking about the a video that's been going viral for a couple of weeks about a Zimbabwe lady. I'm not sure if she's Zimbabwe or not, who got married to this disabled man. He is proper really disabled man. We are not discriminating. I'm not criticizing the man because he's disabled. Everyone has a right to be loved. You understand? And this one is a very intellectual man. And when I heard the guy speaks, and I was like, wow. When something, I was like, wow, he speaks really well. I'm like, okay, what's that? So before I round up on this issue, if you've got anything to say, to join us or you want to have your say, the number to call is on the screen. Please call in and get involved. And before I close on this topic, I just quickly want you to address the women that are out there bashing these women.
My advice for us women is that, look, every woman has a story. We all know what we want in life. Sometimes, most people feel that women probably want money, want material things. No. Every woman wants a man first that will respect them, that will love them, that will appreciate them, a man that will push them forward in life, a man that will support their vision, support their mission. One of the reasons why we have a lot of situations today is because most women are in relationships where their partners actually feel threatened about their success. So many women should have been up there, but they're here because they're dealing with partners who are insecure. Most of them are in relationship with men who are who has narcissistic nature, who cannot see them move forward in life. My advice is that it doesn't matter whether a guy is able or disabled, whether he's rich or poor. if you have a man that you can connect with, that you can communicate with, that can push you forward in life, that can give you a reason in time for you to say, oh yeah, I think I'm proud of myself, I think I can go and get this thing. If that guy is there to push you and can make you happy, I know happiness is a personal decision, but sometimes when you're surrounded with people that makes you happy, it makes it even better. So follow your heart, regardless of what people say. A man, handsomeness, six packs, it doesn't, that's not, you understand. I'm telling you, it is a man's ability, you understand, to stay focused, to know what he wants in life, like my brother Jerry say, you understand. If a man is responsible, a man that is conscious is able as a father, is able as a son, and is able as a man that can be a mentor to you, to your children, you understand, and to the people around him. Check, you understand. We don't want babies, you understand. That guy that I saw there, for everything that he's been through, he's a man that have confidence in his stand, and he's happy with his situation in his stand. He has so much hope for the future. So women, forget all this, especially young girls of today, all this slave queen, all this money trade, whatever things, understand. You can make your own money, trust me. As long as you can make your own money.
Thank you for saying that.
Fine.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, you don't need men that just because what they can give you. Go out there, look for a man first that will respect you, that will appreciate you, that will see you as a gift to him. Go look for that man. Forget all this social media kind of lie stuff, you know.
And thank you very much. And before I come to you, I remember the video very well. You know, the man actually said he walked up to this lady the moment he saw her. And I'm like, wow, this is a real man. Even though in his condition, he walked up to her.
That's confidence.
That's confidence, which I like about him. So what advice do you have for every woman bashing these women?
Okay, so the lady to the women bashing the man, to the lady bashing the woman as well.
No, most women out there, from the comments they're bashing this lady for marrying this man. So what advice do you have for them?
The advice I'll give you ladies that bashing these women is that firstly you have to think and put yourself in that condition. But if you've never walked in someone's shoes, you can never know how painful it is. This lady that went into the relationship, she must have had her own reason. She actually loved the man and she showed it. So that's all that matters. It will be much more better to support them rather than criticize them. That's all I would say.
So like Jerry has said, it would be much better to support them rather than criticizing them, whether she's in need for something or not. You understand? So to me, I would say to every woman out there, please, enough is enough. This lady is not hurting anybody. You understand? She's not even hurting any members of our family. So why are we hating on her? Why? You know, when you see a lady that gets married to a married man, you call her a gold digger. Now, we've seen one that gets married to a disabled man. You still call her names. Okay, what do you want her to do?
Some even get married and married men that don't even have a P.
That's just it. And the thing is, most of this lady that are bashing this lady, you would never say yes to this man. And you know what? This is a lady that, leave everything aside and say, you know what? I'm going to give you the best part of your life. So why don't you let us support her with what? It's a life. It's got nothing to do with us. It's a choice. Everyone has a right to live their life the way they want. So I want to beg every woman out there, please, enough of hating on this lady. It has to stop. Whether she's in need for something or not, it's a choice. And this guy needs to be loved. Everyone wants to feel love. And if all she can offer this guy is love, please, let us all stay out of it. Because, there are times that our words online can make someone commit suicide. I want us to, to think carefully before we alter out our statement to all the people we don't know. I've seen a lot of people that have committed suicide due to women bashing women. It has to stop. It's not funny. It has to stop. Whatever life anyone chooses, please allow them to live it. The only thing we can say is come and use it as a topic. Whether we talk to tomorrow, it's still not going to change our choice. So please stop hating on this woman. Please stop hating on this lady. Let her live a life. Thank you. Thank you very much. I know some of my friends are going to come in my inbox and they'll start saying, oh, I know, but you know what? It's alive. I applaud that. I can't do it, to be honest. You know, we're in the real world. I can't do it. I'm not going to say because I'm a public figure, I'll start lying. I can't say yes. But for her to say yes,
it's
please.
hard work. It's really
Like hard work. That lady, the job that lady is doing is more than what they even show us in the video.
Yes, it is.
For those that are doing support worker carers, we know how when you're looking after someone, you know, it's hard work.
Did you even notice that the guy couldn't eat solid food?
He can eat on his own.
Like now she does sausage, she knows how to do it, and he's eating now.
So what are we talking about? So who is even helping who? To be honest.
Yeah.
Who is helping who? So thank you very much. And women, please, we need to stop hating on each other. As long as she's not killing anyone, she's not duping anyone in my family, please let all support her. Thank you very much. God bless you. And to my next topic, a lady actually came in my inbox 3 weeks ago. You know, I would have done this topic 2 weeks ago, but because I wanted to do my own family, so I would know that I'm coming on air with a real story. So I was meant to print it out, but the story was just too much. I had to pick one or 2 points from it. So she allowed me, she gave me the permission to mention the name. Her name is Oyeyinka Olabode. So Oyeyinka Olabode, if you're online, you can call in. I'm about to share your story. So this lady came into my inbox 3 weeks ago. She said, I'm a lady, my name is Oyeyinka Olabode, I'm 32 years of age. We are 5. I've got 4 other siblings. And I said, okay. She said, my dad and my parents separated in the year 1992. She said, my dad later got remarried. My mom later got remarried as well. But by the time they got married, they said they were unstable. So when the mom got married, they went to live with the mom. The mom looked after them, but the dad wanted the kids to live with them. So they went back to live with their father. So when their father got married, they said the wife that the dad got married to always maltreats them. She abused them daily. She beats them. You know, domestic abuse, financial abuse, emotional, all sort of abuse that this lady used to do to them. But the bad part of it is that their dad failed to recognize that this lady is actually abusing them. So when she finished secondary school with one of the younger brothers, they left home to their mom. So they've been going back to the dad that the dad should send them to higher institution, but the dad refused. So the dad said, you know what, I'm not going to send you guys to your institution. You guys are bastard. Go and meet your mom to show you who your father is. I've got my own kids now from the other women. So they said that their dad, for good 19 years, their dad was not there for them. Fortunately for them, out of the 4 children, 3 were able to travel abroad. 1 is in the UK, 1 in America, and 1 in Canada. The one that got in touch with me is the eldest. That is a that she was the one that actually wrote to me. So I said, before I can share this online, I need to know that I have your brother's permission as well. So I was able to speak to other brothers, and they gave me the permission to go ahead with the story. So after good 19 years, you know, they had to struggle to send themselves to school. Their dad was not there. And this is a father that's averagely okay, but refused to send them to school. For 19 years, their dad did not ask of their whereabouts. He was living well okay with the other woman and the kids that the woman asked for him and everything. So now they're in abroad. They said that one of her younger sister got married 3 years ago. They actually traveled back to Nigeria to meet their dad's family, to let them know that one of my sister, our younger sister is getting married. They said their dad refused that, no, she's not my daughter. So their dad didn't get involved in the marriage till she got married. Their dad did not come to the wedding. So a year after, things now went bad for the dad. There was no money. He lost his company, his farm, and everything. So it's been really hard for this man to keep paying the other kids' school fees. And they said that dad put the other children, I think they said that stepmom had 5 children. So 3 of them are actually in a private university. Remember that I said that the dad did not even send them to university. He only sent 2 of them to secondary school, and the other 2, he didn't even send them to secondary school. They didn't have the chance to finish secondary school before they left home. So now, okay, for the last 2 years, their dad is back in their life now. So they said every time their father calls, it has to be about money, money and money and money and money. And now they said they're tired, that this is a man that was not involved in their life for 19 good years. That even 3 years ago that they went to meet him down, our younger sister is getting married. This man refused to take a part in that wedding, says that, no, she's not my daughter. And now because he's broke, he wants the kids back in his life. And for the last 2 years, all he kept on asking is money. He only keeps asking for money and money. To the extent that he will even lie to them that he's sick, he's in hospital, that they asked him to get drug. And whenever they request for the doctor's number, the man switches off his phone, and for the next 3 days, they can't get through to him. And if he calls another time, he was like, oh, I have not eaten for the last 3 days. I'm hungry. But don't forget that said that the man, 3 of his children are in private university. For a man that said he doesn't have money, where is he getting the money to send the other kids to private university? Now the children want the public to advise them on what to do. That they're tired of giving their dad money, money, money all the time. Because they know that the money they are giving to him is not meant for their dad. It's meant for the wife and the other kids. And they said even though that they are not even financially okay, but they are just giving it to him because he is their dad. But he has not been there for them for the last 19 years. They said they've not been picking his call for the last 2 months, and that they want to know, they want the public to advise them if they're doing the right thing or not. So I'll come to you first on this.
Wow. This one is a very hard one. I'm going to be honest, and this is my opinion, First and foremost, we all know that we can't choose our parents.
Yeah.
Well, definitely, we can't choose our parents. I can identify from where the children are coming from because, like I said, everyone has a story, especially when it comes to dad going away and all them things. My story is more or less similar, but not as bad as, not to that level. But I can identify with the fact that dad walking away, not doing well, and then your mom have to struggle to look after the children and all, and then that coming back again. All that. I'm sure most women knows that. Even personally, I'm sure most of us.
No, I'm just hoping to chip something in.
Yeah.
The lady said that while they were back in Nigeria, whenever they go to that office to ask for money, he used to give them a check. But on getting to the bank, the check bounces back. So he said he's done that to them like 5 times. That he gives them check. Then when they look at the check, it's like a huge sum of money. So on getting to the bank,
that's not nice.
the bank manager will call them, I'm sorry, there's no money in this account. So now they want the public to advise them on what to do. That they said because they know that if this dad is not broke or if he hasn't lost something, they know that this man won't come back into their life.
So like I said earlier on, we can't choose our parents, understand? And their story, I'm sure so many people have similar stories, understand? Fine. It is by the grace of God that all of them are where they are today. That's why I always say to people, understand? Some people walk out of your life, understand, just to give God a reason, you understand, to do what he
manifests his work in your
life. So at the end of the day, what the dad didn't understand, that him walking away, him doing all that he did, you understand, the playing tricks of bounce check, and then you understand, he's just, to be honest, him doing all that he has just, whatever he's facing now, he's already built up that reputation for himself, that he's not trusted, he's not responsible, and that's a wicked thing to do to your own children. Understand? Regardless of whether you've gone to marry another woman, take it or leave it. We say to people, marriage is not by force. Relationship is not by force. When people separate, understand, once you have children, it is very, very important that your children comes first. The man and the woman should always agree on the fact that the children's life comes first. Fine, you've had another children. If you can spare money to send your other children to private university and your first children, you turn your back on them. That's a wicked thing to do. You understand? And so for the same thing for women, if you know you cannot handle a man that has children, you cannot help him, you understand, to bring all the children together. Don't marry a man that has children before. You understand? That one is for us women. We need to get that straight in our head, you understand? For us to come into a man's life, you understand, and then, you know, we do as if we don't know that, you know, it's only God that knows the children that will bury us in life, you understand? So for him, you know, I do commend the children, because your father is your father. Fine, he's done all that he did, and he came back into their life. They accepted him. Or the ones that you rejected, he didn't even go for their wedding. All well and good. The spirit of forgiveness comes in because you're your dad. But my own, you know, in this matter is the fact that the father is not sorry for what he's done.
Yeah.
The fact that him coming back to the life of his children is just to play the same game and to use them and to ask for money all the time. That is an act of wickedness, you understand? He doesn't deserve to be called a father. And if after they give him money, he still uses it, you understand, to pay for the school fees and to fend for the other children, that's unfair on them, you understand? For once now, this is my advice to them. God has shown you who God is. God has shown you that He's the general father. He's the overall father. If without education, without your dad sending you to uni, if God can take you from the place of zero and place them in the place of hero, and today He's the one that is coming back to beg from them, that just shows you the awesomeness of God. You know, they don't, to be honest, they're not going to lose anything, understand? But don't be surprised that that man has money. He just needs extra, you understand? He needs extra.
Right. I believe so.
If he came back into their life to say, look, my children, I'm sorry, I made the mistake, give me a chance to come back into, I know I can't pay for all the wasted years, but I can at least try to be your dad. If you need mentorship, if you need advice, call me. Let me be praying for you. Look, it's not about money, you understand?
Yeah.
Whatever blessing you want to bless me with, I will take it and I'll pray for you. That, I'm sure the children will be happy with that. But for him to come and be playing tricks, you know, while you're on his children, that one, you understand? You know, the children have their own families now.
Yeah.
They have their own priority. They have their own responsibilities. Their father has his own family. Let him face his family and let him allow them face theirs. Trust me.
You know, there is something the lady said to me that actually touched me. She said to me that while they were back in Nigeria, that she actually, you know, when something they call a one-night stand, that she was actually doing that just to send his younger brothers to school. She said with different men that she doesn't even know them, but she has to do what she has to do because she wants her younger brother to go to school. And they said, then the brother said something to me as well, that one thing that dad is now doing that is even annoying, that made them stop talking to him, was whenever they're talking to him, he's always trying to turn them against their mom, like saying the reason why I wasn't there was because your mom did this, your mom did that. So the sons were like, it's not about our mom. Whatever it is that will happen between you and our mom, that was between you and our mother. It shouldn't have anything to do with us. You said because of our mother, that was why you refused to send us to school. So that means you never loved our mother in the first place, and you never loved us. Because if you did love us and accepted us as your own, you will ignore our mom and you will send us to school.
But he's asking them for money. He's not thinking about their mom.
Exactly. No, the funniest thing, one of the sons now said to me that their mom lives in America now. That do I believe that their mom has also sent money to their father 2 times now. Because the man asks, this is a wife, your wife that you got separated from since 1992, and the first time you have the courage to speak to each other, you ask for money that you are sick.
That's fine, that's
so I'm gonna come to you. What do you think these children should do? Do you think they should keep talking to their dad, keep giving them money, or stop?
First thing I would say is to acknowledge their what they've done for their dad and what they've done for themselves as well. They've done very well for themselves, which is really, really good. And again, for the fact that they even talking to the dad is a plus, because I know lots of people never do that. Someone left you for the past 19 years, coming back to your life, that is more than a decade. Do you get what I mean? That's more than a decade.
Almost 2 decades.
almost 2 decades.
Almost 2.
So imagine, and that person calling again, for the fact that the person is your biological father doesn't mean that you have to, do you get what I mean, run about and be doing all this.
Yeah.
So, father, this person, when he called, he was not even feeling remorseful or anything.
No.
He actually called because of what he want from them.
Exactly.
Like, he want money, he want this, he want that.
They said, sorry to chip in, they said the first time he called them was like, have you got another father somewhere else? That was the first thing he said to them.
So for them to be sending money to that, they've already done like more than once or twice or stuff like that. So they've really done well, right? That's just for the fear of God.
They actually forward the receipts to me.
They're doing that because of the fear of God and because of culture. And this is what this culture is causing us. Like, because someone is your father doesn't mean that that person owns you or owns your life. Let's be honest with ourselves. Whoever pays for you, whoever take care of you, love you, show more love, is what you call your dad.
It's true.
Your real father and stuff like that. Being a biological, anybody can give birth to anyone. Do you get what I mean? But it's the person that take care of you that really matters. Now, the woman, the mother took care of them. She did what she can do. But later, the children started fending for themselves to help one another and stuff like that. Where was the dad then? It was nowhere to be found. Then later, it's like giving them a bounce check, which is no, that's really unheard of. Because just imagine in some places that we never know, if you take a bounce check to some places that you're not meant to take a bounce check to, the kind of embarrassment you get from there. They might even call your security on you, like maybe you're trying to use a fake check or something, like dupe someone, stuff like that. So that thing is really, really wrong, doing that to your own children and now coming back to them, requesting for them to help you. My own advice to the children is this.
Hold on, before you give them advice, this lady said something that whenever their dad calls now, that I said that now that I'm back in your life, watch things is going to turn for better. So these days, their dad says, you know what, I'm going to church. I want my pastor to pray for you. So the man always goes to church, hand over the phone to the pastor to pray for them. And they said those pastors start giving them different prophecies, like, oh, we need you to do something for the Lord so that you can prosper where you are. We need you to do this. Okay, like the other one said that 2 months ago when the dad went to church, that the pastor in the church said, you know what, we want you to buy something in the imole in Yoruba language, but in English language imole means light. That we want you to buy imole. Then she said, what is imole? Do you mean like candle? They said, the pastor said, no, like a generator. So the lady said, how much is the generator? They said the pastor said 35,000 naira. So the other son said, the last time another pastor prayed, that the other pastor said, oh, get something in the church where everyone can say. They said, what do you want me to get? I'm not in the church. You are the one that knows what the church is lacking. They said, the pastor said, yeah, you can buy a drum set. So anytime the dad calls like, oh, I want to go to church and pray for you, they need money. I need money to give to the pastors. I need money for transport. That it's been like, you know what, your mommy does not know how to pray. And then if your mommy had known how to pray, you people won't be where you are today. Simply because when the man asks for 50,000, they give him 10,000. So he wants them to be giving him like 100,000, 50,000. He says whenever their dad calls, their dad will say, baby, do you have money? I need 200,000. Just like that.
Getting something.
So they said they know that their dad is back because they are in abroad and it's because of money. They said they believe that their dad still did not love them. He loves all the kids because all the kids are in private uni. You didn't send us to private uni, but you're back and asking for money all the time. Money for pastors, hospital bills, you've not eaten. So the children said they are tired, that they feel like that dad is manipulating them.
That's manipulation.
So they want advice. They said they've not been picking calls for the last 2 months. But this father and sons and daughters relationship is affecting them. That they don't know if they are doing the right thing or not.
Everything. He said cultural and all, God cannot be mocked, you understand? The same way God said for us to respect and love our parents, the same way He says the children too, the parents too, should not tempt us, you understand, So at the end of the day, it's a two-way thing, a two-way relationship, So you were going to
So thank you. What advice do you have for them? I know they are all, the three of them are all online because they actually said they're not going to work today. Okay. So what advice do you have for them?
Okay, my advice for you guys is this, right? Only do what you can afford to do. Do you get what I mean? You are not you are not indebted to your dad in this aspect because you've done your bit for him, right? And he still wants more. You should, for the fact that you even talking to him, he should appreciate that. And what I expect from a kind of dad like that was that he's supposed to come remorsefully and say sorry and try to make amends for the last 19 years, not to come and start exhorting and manipulating you like that. So it's really unfair. So I would say, due to cultural level, the way things are in Nigeria, right? We always believe that our dad is our dad, our mom is our mom. We always believe that we always have to do this and that. But to be honest with ourselves, right, guys, you don't have to. Take care of your dad. Fine, I'm not saying you should not take care of your dad, but someone that left you for the last 19 years and he came back not feeling sorry and just only there to come and be collecting money from you, I will tell you to just use your money, spend your money on what is more important to you. Prioritize yourself as well. Prioritize whatever you spend on, because you've got a lot of bills to pay as well. You've got children, you've got your own family. Whatever you know that you can give, if you really want to give in, right? Give whatever you think you can give, that you will never feel like, do you get what I mean? Like if you've got, like, maybe you want to give someone 10,000 or something like that, and you know that this 10,000 is not going to do you any harm or not going to stress you, not something that you're going to be stressing yourself, like working extra hours because you want to give your dad that left you 19 years ago. Do you get what I mean? Don't overstress yourself. Only do what you can afford.
Thank you very much. Do you have anything to add before I end up on that?
Yes, I would say basically the same thing. The thing is, like, yeah, our parents, they brought us into this world, you understand? They nurtured us and all, and then we have to look up to them. They're supposed to be our role model and all, understand? But in this story that I am somebody who totally believe in children looking after their parents, understand? But this story is one of a kind, you know. At the end of the day, let's not be foolish, please, children. This is my opinion. Don't be stupid, you know. To be honest, don't let yourself be manipulated forever. You know, fine, he is your dad, but your dad hasn't changed. Yeah. Your dad is irresponsible. His behavior, I'm not going to say disrespectful, but his behavior is the behavior of somebody who is irresponsible. He showed no remorse for all that he's done for his children for 19 years. He should be proud of them, like Jerry said, and they've done well for themselves. And then to the extent of taking his children for pastors also to take advantage. If that's the height of wickedness. Please, know your priorities. You've all come a long way. You brought yourself abroad. You're working hard. Your own family. You're building your own home anew, and you've managed to let go of bitterness, of pain. Because if you allow this man continue the way he used to do, he will bring the pains of the past. And right now, you people are worried because he has come back again to start the same thing that he did all those years. You don't need it. You know, he will be fine. Trust me, he will be fine as long as what you're doing, your stand is right by God. You understand? You've done your best. You allowed him in. You forgive him. You've given him money a few times, but he's taking. I'm telling you, how I call it. He's taking the peace. You understand? He does. I'm telling you. For once, please look after yourself. Look after your children. Don't feel any fear or anything. You know, once he gets the message, he will back down. He will let his children that he spent money on, let them to find their way abroad and come and work to feed him.
Thank you.
You've done well, and God will bless all of you.
Amen. Well, and thank you very much. And before I round up today, my advice for you all, if you're looking, you know, I will take you back from right from the Bible. You know, the Bible said that right from our mother's womb, He knows us. He knows what we're going to be and who we're going to be. You know, your father treating you that way, I wouldn't want to say, I don't know if I should say it's destiny. You get what I mean? If your dad has not treated you that way, who knows? You might not be where you are today. But number one, I want you all to be grateful and thankful to God that the four of you are still alive upon all you went through. It could be your mom that will treat you that way. You never know. It could be anybody. But let's just thank God that your dad is back to ask for forgiveness and to beg. What is that telling you? God has brought that man back to your feet. You know, as what you told me that a few years ago, you didn't even know if you guys exist or not. But when God said this is an appointed time, it has to be that time. God purposely, you know, brought this man back at this time. Imagine, I didn't when this man came back where you were still in Nigeria begging and hustling. But this man came back when you are at your comfort zone. That is for you to say, it is your path. And God guided you very well. And I want you to know that two wrong does not make it right. A man did you wrong, you're also going to do him wrong. That means two bad wrongs. Am I right?
Yes.
We don't pay evil with evil. And I beg you, he is still your father. I just want to say that forgive him. If you have, give. If you don't have, let him know that you don't have. Do you get what I mean? If you know that the money that you want to give to this man, it's not going to affect you, I will say to you, go ahead and do it. Like you said something, we don't know the children that will bury us.
Of course.
He's got all the kids. Don't forget that these kids are still, these kids are your brothers and sisters, whether you like it or not. And we don't know. Maybe they will be the one that will be there for you tomorrow as well.
And I guess the reason why they're saying is that they just want to know the limit, how far this can go on.
So, you know, if you have the money, if you can even raise his kids, do. If you have the money to do it. You get what I mean? No, that's what I would say. They are their brothers, whether they like it or not. So this kid has got nothing to do with what is on ground. It's not their fault that they have been brought to this world. They don't know anything. So whatever it is that you have, if you want to support the children, please do. And please forgive your dad. I'm not telling you should go and borrow. Don't put yourself into debt because you want to give. You get what I mean? But forgive your dad. Do what you can. If he is willing to come back, please forgive him from the bottom of your heart. And I will say, keep praying for your dad. Do you understand? Keep praying for him. 2 wrongs does not make a right. So please pick your dad's phone call and talk to him. If there is anything left in you that you still need to voice out, let him know. You know, because I sense that the children are not able to talk to him that length because they fear that he is our dad. But you know what? I will advise you, if you have to travel back home, or, you know, pour out your mind and let him realize his mistakes. Because you guys are not talking. He may not even realize his mistake that much. You know, men and fathers, they like to do, yes, you are my daughter, you are my son. You get what I mean? Talk to him. Let him know the amount of pain he has inflicted on you guys. But thank God you guys are alive. You're here today and you live in comfort. And I want to tell you, please let bygone be bygone. Don't let God hold him for your salvation. Salvation is personal. You get what I mean?
Like Jerry said, we have to commend them. They've given him a chance to come.
I will say to you guys, you're doing a wonderful job. Please forgive your dad. Do not pay evil with evil and let it go. Thank you so much. To my viewers out there today, I want to say thank you for watching. I love you all. God bless you. And to my guests, Adewunmi Babatunde, thank you for joining me today. God bless you. We appreciate. And Flaky, thank you for coming today. And before I go, I quickly want to pay a condolences message to the family of Folake Johnson that was murdered by the SARS. It went online. You know, to Folake Johnson family, on behalf of HeritageTV. And we just want to say we are sorry for your loss. We pray to God to give you the strength that you need in your family at this moment. And we pray that God will forgive the dead. And thank you for joining us today. God bless you. I'll be back same time next week. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you.
My daughter-in-law. So how are you planning for my son's birthday? No. I have to cook up for her. Do you people have ogirisi there? No. It's okay. Okay, let me call you back. Mama Chiji, okay. Hi, so wait a market. Please pack some ogirisi. I am going to visit my son. My daughter-in-law. It's arranged. But you must use original red oil to prepare the soup. What? I'll call you back. Mama Chijo, please include Isio Morocco. My daughter-in-law. Everything is now set. But don't forget that gold wristwatch I saw the last time I visited.
Now you can talk until you tire for just 11 kobo per second. Call all networks in Nigeria and 30 international destinations, including US, UK, China, Canada, and India for just 11 kobo per second. Dial *211# to activate.
That's Silk Boo-Boo.
The largest data network, Glow, grandmasters of data.
Níbi àríyá tàbí lóde ayẹyẹ gbogbo nílé afẹ́ ò tàbí níbikíbi. Bóyá ò kẹ́gbọ́n mi. Sweet heart fruit ń bẹ́lẹ̀ yìí dé o, ó táwọn yọ.
Wow! Here is a good information for everybody. Have the taste of fruit in different form at your parties, event, church program, or social engagement like wedding, birthday, conference in your house, and lots more. Fruit cocktails, fruit arrangement, fruit palm tree, smoothie, fruit basket decoration, fruit kebab, and lots more at Sweet Heart Fruit Company. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ní gbogbo ibi tí a bá ti ń ṣe àríyá, ìgbéyàwó, ọjọ́ ìbí, àjọ̀dún ilé ìjọsìn, níbi afẹ́ tàbí ibi ìgbádùn àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ, ẹ kàn sí Sweet Heart Fruit ní èyíkéyìí ohun tí ẹ bá fẹ́ kí wọ́n fi fruit dálára fún yín bíi fruit cocktail, fruit arrangement, fruit palm tree, smoothie, fruit basket decoration àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Níbikíbi tí ẹ bá wà, ẹ lè kàn sí wa lórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yìí 079-442-78530 or follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all social media platforms at Sweet Heart Fruit. Oluwaseun Akishoun is the CEO of Sweet Heart Fruit. Patronize us at Sweet Heart Fruit today. You will be glad you business with us.
Ìpàdé ọlọ́dọọdún Ṣílò convention kájọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ tí ń lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run dùn ní ológo New Dawn lákòrí rẹ̀ ìgbà ọ̀tun fún gbogbo wa ní òyà o ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ.
Óyá gbogbo ènìyàn ẹ tẹ̀lé mi ká lọ sí Ṣílò convention 2019 níbi tí Ọlọ́run ti máa ń dìgbàgbọ́ àdúrà gbogbo ènìyàn lọ́dọọdún tí ó sì máa ń fi ìdáhùn sí gbogbo ìbéèrè gbogbo wa. Oh yeah, Cherubim and Seraphim Movement Church, Rehoboth Chapel, Ayọ̀níò London, Surulere UK District, Park Lane present Ṣílò convention 2019. Theme New Dawn, ìgbà ọ̀tun, coming up on Saturday 27th April 2019 by 12 noon prompt at River Center, Minta Road, Barking, Essex, IG11 OGA. Ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ ìpàgọ́ ọlọ́dọọdún Ṣílò ti tọdún yìí tí a pè àkórí rẹ̀ ní ìgbà ọ̀tun. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, Ọlọ́run ti ṣetán láti mú ìgbà ọ̀tun dé bá ayé gbogbo wa lórí iṣẹ́, lórí ètò ìṣúná, lórí okòwò àti ìdáwọlé wa. New Dawn in every corner of our life. Come and experience the supernatural power of Jesus Christ at Ṣílò Convention 2019, where most senior mother in Israel, Prophetess Dunni Ologo, leader in charge, will be hosting everybody, and chief host, Special Apostle Pastor F.A. Abati, Surulere UK District Chairman and leader, Superior Evangelist Shoile, Prophet Bankole John Emilerikan, His Eminence Most Reverend Dr. S.A. Abidoye, Baba Ladura, C&S Movement Church, Ayọ̀níò Worldwide. For more information about Ṣílò Convention 2019, call 0772-4922-134 or email rehobothchapel1@gmail.com. Buses from Barking train station EL2 and EL3, call 079-5864-6052 or 079-8481-6710. Don't miss Ṣílò Convention 2019. It's time for New Dawn in your life. Jesus is Lord.